Hi, everybody, from the Floyd E. Gritton Gymnasium here on the campus of Owen County High School in Owenton, Kentucky, where tonight the Owen County Rebels get set to host 8th Region foe, the Grant County Braves. I'm Brian Blair alongside Braden Howard. Hope wherever you are warm because it is cold. And you know how they say in the summertime it's not the heat, it's the humidity? It's not the cold, it's the wind.
Yes, the wind this morning was absolutely terrible.
Woo! It
is
cold.
Didn't get better.
Grant County comes in 10-8 on the year. Their head coach is Mr. Brett Jones. Owen County 7-7. And, of course, their head coach, Devin Duvall. Both teams coming off losses on Saturday afternoon over at the Henry County Classic. Spencer County knocked off Grant County for the second time this season, 65-50. Oldham County got the best of Owen County, 82-47. Michael Smith led the way with 16 points. And Braden, when you go back, I did not have a chance to go to that ball game, but I know you were there. And Oldham County is a very good basketball team, but Owen County had an off day on Saturday, and it showed.
Yeah, Oldham County very dominant on the defensive end, and they were long too. They were able to really stay in those passing lanes, something that Trimble County didn't do to Owen County the night before. They forced a lot of turnovers, and when I say a lot, I do believe the number was over 20 for the game, and just some untimely shots and untimely turnovers, and a very physical game. It just wasn't one that Owen County was going to come out on top. Now, I will say they played a good first half. Shots were falling in the first half. Didn't have as many turnovers. They were kind of playing physical, what they could. But then that second half started. Oldham County made those adjustments at halftime and just ran away with it.
For Grant County, they were led on Saturday by, and we're going to talk a lot about these guys and the fact that a lot of them are underclassmen. Cade Wagner and Nathaniel Ham each had 14 points. Trent Blake had 13 for Grant County. The Braves did not shoot the ball particularly well. They were 17 of 47 from the field for 36%. And as I said, it was the second time this season that Spencer County has knocked off the Braves. When you look at this game on paper, and I was sharing this with my wife this afternoon, who was intently listening, I'm sure. But when you look at this game on paper, these two teams are pretty even. Owen County averages 57 points a game. Grant County, 56. Owen County, on average, gives up 54 points a game. Grant County, 55. Both teams shoot exactly the same, 44% from the field and 32% from three-point range. Grant County, 63% from the free throw line. Owen County, 60% from the free throw line. And the other thing about this team, when you look at them, is they're led by some youngsters. I shouldn't say youngsters, juniors, who have a lot of experience. But this Grant County team, their top 5 scorers, 4 juniors and a sophomore. Nathaniel Ham leads the way with 14.6. Cade Wagner with 11.9. So this is a young team who beat Owen County twice a season ago and who isn't going anywhere. I mean, these two teams are going to see each other a lot the next couple of years.
And sometimes teams look at that as a disadvantage. If you have the right underclassmen, you can really work with that. And especially if they continue to play together. I mean, they're a good team now anyways. I think I didn't get to see them play Saturday. But just by looking at some of the scores, too, they lost by 15, but Spencer County's also a really good team in the 8th region this year, too. But Grant County always has those strong physical teams.
Yep.
One that's probably going to shoot lights out from the three. At least the game last year that we saw in here, Grant County, they lit it up. I don't know the exact percentages or anything there, but it looked like they absolutely killed it from behind the arc that night. So I'm expecting a lot of threes, expecting it to be a physical game underneath the goal. It's going to be a tough one for Owen County to fight up against.
These two teams have been playing each other for a long time, and when you look at the last two matchups, as I said, Grant County got Owen County 67-46 at Grant County. That game was on January 20th a year ago, so almost a year to the day. And then back on the 14th of December of 24, as Braden already mentioned, Grant County got a three-pointer late from the corner right down below us and beat Owen County in overtime, 69-66. Now, when you look at these two teams since 2010, because again, this rivalry goes back a long time. So since 2010, Grant County leads the series 15-10. And I found this interesting. 3 of the last 8 matchups between these two have gone to overtime. So I don't know if that means anything about tonight. And ironically, these two teams being in the same region, of course, we're in the same district for a long time, but being in the same region, have only played each other once in the 8th region tournament. That was back in 1998, March the 4th. Owen County won it, and I remember it. Owen County won it 57-56 in a classic over at Henry County High School. So as you said, physical contest, usually pretty close. And it's one of those rivalries, as we've talked about up here the last couple of 3 seasons, it's not new. I mean, we talk about the Gallatin rivalry now, but back in the day, this was the rivalry for a long time.
Yeah, I've heard lots of stories from my dad. Probably not be able to share them on the air tonight of some of the things that has happened in these games here, but just know they're very crazy. And it's almost like, the Louisville, UK or Duke, North Carolina. This is that rivalry of the 8th region.
Yeah, it really is. And I don't remember. I probably was, because when I was born, my dad was a pastor of a church in Mason, and my mom a Grant County graduate. And growing up, I probably went to a couple of these games and didn't even realize it. But that old gym at Grant County, now you may not remember it, but it was an old gym, much smaller than the one they have now. And then, of course, the gym where Owen County played for all those years, much smaller than this. So you can imagine those gyms when it's hot in there and packed to the gills. Yeah, I'm sure there were things that we can't say on this family program. But it is a heck of a rivalry, and not being in the same district anymore, it may have lost a little bit of the luster, but it's still pretty good, and we'll see that. We will see that tonight on the basketball court. It is Special Olympics night. Coming up at halftime will not be our typical halftime extravaganza with the shootout, but tonight there'll be a couple of Special Olympic teams, one from Grant County, one from here in Owen County, and they're going to get to play a little bit tonight at halftime. They got to during the JV game, so that will be something to see tonight. So we're about a minute or so away from the introduction of our starting lineups. Happy that you have joined us tonight. Don't forget, girls in action on Wednesday morning. That game is in Owensboro at the Sports Center, and they will take on Morgan County. And I'll give you a little more info on Morgan County as the night goes on. But I did not realize this until kind of scrolling social media. Morgan County was one of the areas that was hit pretty hard back during the tornadoes of March of 2012. I don't know.
I remember that day.
March 1st, I believe it was. And Morgan County, that area was hit pretty good during the storm. I happened to find that out. So if you're trying to decide where Morgan County is and kind of in context, it is that part of the state, and it took a pretty good beating.
But that doesn't really narrow it down much, because there were some all over
That's
the state.
That is true.
It wasn't like the Mayfield and Dawson Springs.
True.
It was just western Kentucky.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought of that. You're right.
Because there was one here in Owen County.
Absolutely. I remember that. I remember that day pretty well. And then the 8th region tournament was going on, and it got pushed back a couple of days. And Owen County's girls were playing in the 8th region at Anderson County, and I believe they lost to Walton, ironically. And I thought it might have been Rihanna's last game, ironically, against Walton Verona, where she's now the head coach, Rihanna Gayhart, if you're not sure which Rihanna I was speaking of. We're about set for the national anthem, the introduction of our starting lineups, and then we'll bring you some basketball. We've got trivia as always, a little geography trivia tonight.
to Floyd E. Gritton Gymnasium here at Owen County High School for tonight's basketball matchup between the Grant County Braves and your Owen County Running Rebels. Would you please stand as we honor our country with the singing of our national anthem performed by Owen County High School English teacher Kyla Perry.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now, your starting lineups. First, the visitors on the scoreboard, the Braves of Grant County. Number 3, Camden Riley. Number 10, Trent Blake. Number 11, Nathaniel Ham. Number 20, Mason Hammond. Number 35, Cade Wagner.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on. We them boys. We them boys. We making noise.
Now, your starting lineup for your Owen County Running Rebels. A junior, number 2, Harper Duval. Junior, number 3, Britton Stafford. Senior, number 4, Tanner Holt. Junior, number 20, Michael Smith. A junior, number 25, Connor Desarn. Your Running Rebels are coached by Ashley Young, Chad McDonald, Shane Tyree, and head coach Devin Duvall. Tonight's officials, Jody Heller, Brennan Letkowski, Kevin Granig.
All right, so your starters have been introduced rather loudly. But the starting lineup tonight for Owen County, they're going to run out there Duval, Stafford, Holt, Smith, and Desarn. And for Grant County, they're going to run out there freshman Camden Riley, who was a late addition to the starting lineup, and also junior Trent Blake, junior Nathaniel Ham, sophomore Mason Hammonds, and junior Cade Wagner. Kind of weird. I said something to the Grant County coaches. No gold on those blue unis. All blue this year. And there's a jump ball, and it immediately gets turned over as nobody came to help Trent Blake, who won the tip. That's a turnover. But it's weird. Grant County, the gold and the blue, and no gold on those all blue unis with the white trim. Michael Smith, no good, right off Britton Stafford's arm and out of bounds.
I think he was kind of confused about where he was standing to half court.
So tonight, 10 guys on the floor starting, only one senior. That's 9 underclassmen out there, so fellas get used to seeing each other. That's Ham, and he gives it off to Riley. Camden Riley, a freshman, playing the point tonight for Grant County, being guarded by Duvall. Here's a deep three, and that is good. And there you go. You said it. Lots of threes. And you expect them to make more than they miss. Oh, tough pass. Good idea. Knocked out of bounds by the freshman. It stays here with Owen County having the basketball. Inbound to Stafford. Grant County playing man up, straight up. Grant County usually pretty fundamentally sound squad, or at least they have been the last couple of years. And that's going to be a hand check out top. It is on Camden Riley, his first. Didn't seem like there was a whole lot to that one. If you're Owen County, is and
moving screen.
Illegal screen, he gets Stafford. Yep, so a couple number threes pick up quick fouls. So Grant County ball, 3-0 lead for the guests. I know high school ball a lot different than the collegiate ranks, but you have to have a lot of confidence and really trust your players when you put a freshman out there to run the point in a varsity game. Here's a three, and that's good by Hammonds. So they have taken 2, and they've made 2. 6-0 Braves. We are just about 2 minutes in. Michael Smith spinning in the lane. Forces one up, no. Oh, good pass. That's why he started him. Good pass from Camden Riley down low to Cade Wagner. You talk about dropping a dime, as the kids would say. That was pretty, and it's 8-0. Michael Smith with the cut, now to Zarn for 3. Falling away, no good. Grant County a chance to open up a double-digit lead, and we are not even 3 minutes in. And forcing one up is Blake, no good. Rebound, no good. And Michael Smith pushes for Owen County. Spinning, blocked. Stafford there to pick up the change, though.
Yeah, that was a much-needed basket there by the Rebels.
And you talk about right place, right time. I mean, he blocked it right into the hands of Stafford, and we're going to get a quick timeout.
Yeah, so far, Grant County has been very dominant on the defensive end, shutting down basically everything. Owen County has not gotten very many shots off, and the ones they have gotten have been contested.
Really, the best look they had was the Desarn 3 down there in the corner. The JV Braves won pretty handily in their game. I believe the Owen County freshmen did win. So Owen County comes out of the timeout. Trip Allnut into the game for the Rebels. Michael Smith checks out. I wonder if that's a defensive move to bring Allnut in. Owen County now playing a little zone, what is that, a 1-1-3? It odd looking from up here at our angle. And a pass over the head of Camden Riley. Nathaniel Ham threw it over his head, and now Coach Duvall wanting his team to go. He wants them to get it to speed up the pace a little bit, be a little more aggressive on this end. But like you said, Grant County just hasn't let them. There's Allnut cutting to the basket, puts up a shot. Nice play. Eight to 4, Braves on top. Here's a three in the corner. That is an air ball, and Britton Stafford clears and then gets fouled, and I think that's going to go on Riley. And that's his second. So we're going to get a quick substitution as Grant County's going to send in Braden Beach, one of the only 3 seniors on this roster. Rebels down 4 minutes in with the basketball. Tanner Holt in the corner. Finds Allnut cutting. Nice pass out to Desarn. And we're going to get a foul. And that's going to go on Nathaniel Ham. And I tell you what, if you're Owen County and you can see that the officials are calling that hand check, that tells me let's go to the basket, drive, be aggressive.
Well, and something else to note here, Britton Stafford has drawn all 3 of Grant County's fouls.
Here's Desarn, short, on it, the big rebound. Nice pass, Duvall, little floater, no. That is true, I hadn't even thought of that Britton has all 3. But if they're gonna call it close as a team, you have to adjust to that and do your best to take advantage. There's a 3 in the corner, no good by Hammonds. The rebound missed, and that's a foul. It's going to be a shooting foul as Blake is going to go to the line and Desarn is going to be called for the foul. Trent Blake, a 66% shooter on the year. Grant County leads at 8-4. We are 3:09 in the first quarter. First free throw, good. Nope on the second, but the rebound gathered in by Beach. Grant County passing a lot on the perimeter, trying to get it inside, but now a 3-ball up and in by Nathaniel Ham, and that's the third 3 of the quarter by Grant County, and it's 12-4 Braves. Duvall spins in the lane, knew what he was doing there, and drew the foul. And that's going to go on Mason Hammonds. That's his first, team's 4th. The thing about this Grant County team, Braden, is if they get even a second and you don't have a hand in their face, they will let it fly. And it looks like from just watching the early moments of this, none of them are afraid to shoot it. It looks like they all have the green light.
I mean, if you're open,
let it go.
might as well. I mean, their passing has been very good tonight. It seems similar to what we saw with Owen County against Trimble.
Yep.
On Friday, really getting the ball to where it needs to be. Right now, Owen County's just not doing that.
12-6. Duvall sinks both. Owen County needs just a little bit of energy right now. I think they might have come out here just a tad flat. And there's a steal. Nice play by Duvall to jump in the passing lane. Duvall in the lane, Desarn, top of the key, lets her go, no good, rebound taken in, and Stafford's going to foul.
Can be his second. I'm sure he'll be going to the bench here soon.
That's a tough foul because you're a long way from the basket, and he kind of reached from behind, and typically that's going to always get called.
Well, the scoreboard said it was, well, I don't think they put that up there.
Well, they've got it on Desarn. It's his third, and speaking of threes, there's another three by Nathaniel Ham. 15-6. Stafford down in the corner in front of the bench to Smith. Smith spinning, stripped away. He gets in the lane. They are just double and triple teaming him. There's a deep one, and that's no good from Ham. And it should be a jump ball, and it will stay with Grant County. It's going to get Wade Cook off the bench and into the game. Inbounds pass goes off the hands. Actually, Allnut knocked it out. Thought for a second Wagner just lost it, but Allnut knocked it away, and it stays here. 1:19 to go in the first. 15-6 and a steal on the inbound. Rebels in need of some positive mojo here before the end of the quarter. Duvall, that's a, oh, I was going to say that was a jump ball. Woo. To get that on Wagner, his first. That looked like a pretty good block.
Yeah, it looked pretty clean there.
As he got him with the body, because up top it was clean. Duvall makes the first. He now has three, all from the free throw line. (15-8). Both free throws good. Minute and 6, minute and 5 left in the quarter. There's a shot. I thought there was some contact there as it's missed from Ham. Rebels didn't throw it away. Allnut trying to make a play, trying to speed it up. I mean, he's doing what coach wants him to do, but it's just not a good pass out of bounds.
Yeah, I think with defensive coverage there, it might be one you want to slow up just a little bit, especially with the rest of your team behind you there.
Like the aggressiveness, but you gotta know when to hold him, as someone used to say. That is a travel. Woo. As Stafford gets back in for Allnut. Woo. Okay, that was a pretty good move, but tell you what, Rebels get a bucket here, and you're looking at a 5, maybe 4-point deficit going into the second. I think you'd feel okay.
Yeah, the main difference has been behind the arc today. Owen County's yet to have one.
Nice play, Michael Smith from Wade Cook. Now on this end, you've got to D up for the last 10 seconds. Spinning, Beach loses it, muscles it back up, no good. That's Wagner, no, and we got a foul, as I think Michael Smith may have gotten called.
Gonna get a couple free throws here.
Get Cook for that, actually. I thought he said Cook.
Thought it about had to be on Michael Smith.
But
Scoreboard says Cook.
It does. We're going to.
Well, it says 35. By default, I guess that's closest to Wade Cook at number 34.
Trent Blake going to the free throw line, where he is 1 of 2. The 66% shooter. Now, this is not a criticism, okay? The horn sounds and they put up .3. There's no monitor to go to. So how do they know? Is that just the best guess? Second free throw good. I mean, you can catch and shoot in this case. And Owen County will not do any of the sort, and it is 17 to 10 here at the end of the first quarter. I've always wondered that. It's like arbitrary. Like, oh, hey, .3. Let's go with it.
Well, if you go back to the semifinals of the All-A State Championship in 2022, there were 0 seconds on the clock. And she had 2 free throws. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so here, you ready? You got your geography hat on tonight?
I guess so.
All right, so I went back this afternoon and did some research on Grant County High School. My mother and a couple of aunts graduated from there, some cousins. Grant County High School was formed in 1954, just a couple of years after Owen County High School consolidated. There were 4 schools in Owen County in Grant County that merged together to become Grant County High School. Now, these are 4 pretty well-known areas of Grant County, and I feel like you should get this. So what were the 4 smaller schools that merged with Owen, or to form Grant County High School? And if you're playing at home.
I mean, I only know 4 cities.
Okay,
so my odds are good if they're the 4 cities.
Okay.
Dry Ridge has to be one of them.
Yeah, you are correct.
Williamstown.
Actually, no, because remember, Williamstown has its own high school.
Okay, so Corinth.
Got it. That's 2. Ding, ding, ding.
And Crittenden.
Right. So what's the 4th one?
It's got to be towards Pendleton County.
I don't know my geography that well. It's southern Grant County. 17-10 as we're playing basketball again. We're discussing the geography of Grant County. Little known about this city now. My father was pastor of a church in this community, and after I was born, I lived in this city for a couple of years. 3-point shot on the way and good from Harper Duvall, and it is 17-13.
What was the name of the church?
I can't say because that gives it away. I'll give you a hint. It starts with an M.
Well, that doesn't help.
Oh, nice block by Britton. Stafford is right there. It had Nathaniel Ham trying to go to the hole. And my father was the First Baptist Church of M. If you're playing along and feel like joining us on the chat, officials not sure, and they're going to say it's Owen County basketball. And the Rebels, 1 minute and 4 seconds into the second quarter, have a chance to get this back to within 1.
Yeah, Harper Duvall ending the 3-point scoring drought for the Rebels, and that forced turnover there. Rebels are in a good spot starting this second quarter.
Good defense still by Grant County. Rebels trying to be patient. Smith trying to cut. Now has it in the corner. DeZarn, skip pass. Wade Cook thought about it and then threw a laser right to Michael Smith. Grant County defensively is just getting after it right now. They are not giving Owen County any looks. The Rebels being patient. Here's a 3 from Stafford, and he knocks it down. And Grant County will call a timeout. as the Rebels have scored the first 6 of the second quarter. 17-16, 6:03 to go. Well, your mom and dad at home tonight, are they giving you some help?
Well, they just texted and asked if the game has started yet, so no. The answer would be no.
My mother actually texted me and asked the same thing.
There's 25 people watching right now, so I'm not sure what they're watching or if we're just talking out into nothingness here.
Now, if I go to OCHS Live, and
Didn't you check it though?
yeah, and something's happening on there right now. So I just got a message from a family member that said that they had to reset the live stream. So 17-16. I would say if you're watching and can't watch, well, that's stupid. Duvall gets called for the foul, his first on a reach, and that's an illegal, or sorry, I'm going to try that again. An offensive foul.
So somebody in the comments says it shows up as Owen versus Trimble. So we messed up somewhere along the line, but people are seeing it and listening.
All right.
Mom has found it, so they figured it out. Harper Duvall with another three.
Harper's having himself a quarter, and just like that, after all the confusion with the live stream, the Rebels have taken the lead. They've scored all 9 here in the quarter and lead it 19-17. Driving, kicking, shot good by Wagner. That was a nice looking play by by Daquan Harrison. Kind of feel like Owen County's kind of settled into this game a little bit. Like I said, I thought they got out to a flat kind of start, but they are playing well, and we're going to get a foul away from the ball. Trent Blake will be called for the offensive foul, and that's going to be the second on Grant County, both of them of the offensive variety. Cook inbounds to Duvall. Duvall with 10 in the game. As we are tied. It's Mason, by the way.
Well, that's what my dad texted me after, like during the middle of the
confusion.
And I tried to look on the map there too, and I couldn't even find Mason, so.
Good play defensively. Here come the Rebels the other way. Michael Smith kicks it out. Corner 3, Cook. That's good. He's got a different kind of spin on the basketball when he lets it go. But that one's good, and the Rebels have made 4 threes in the quarter, and they lead it 22-19.
He had a good game Saturday against Oldham County. He had a couple of those threes from the wing there.
Wide open 3 on the other end by Flamini. No good. Stafford quickly running, and then Flamini makes a great defensive play. He hustled down the floor to knock that away. Good play by the junior. And a drive by Blake, no good. Wagner puts it up, and it's blocked by Michael Smith. And Wade Cook does a smart thing and backs it out, and they will set up the offense. That was a heady play by the 8th grader, who's played a lot. I mean, well, I said that, and he just lost the basketball. And then fouled. Now, you may have heard the Grant County coach yell, "That's intentional." And it is, except he made a play on the basketball. His intent is to not allow the shot to go up. So when he fouls, yes, it is quote unquote intentional, but he made a play on the ball.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Well, if you're going to call that one intentional, when the games get close at the end and they foul on purpose,
They're
every
all
single one of them
intentional.
is intentional.
Absolutely.
And there was nothing excessive there. He went to get the ball. If he hit his face first, maybe. But that wasn't the case here.
No, he reached around. Yes, he was intending to foul. He does not want the trick there is you make sure you don't foul in the act of shooting. And you have to be careful with the way officials call continuation anymore. That sometimes you try to do it before the shot, but what is the definition of a shot? Like in the NFL, what is the definition of a catch?
Nobody knows.
It changes every game. Just ask the former Bills head coach. 22-21, Rebels still lead it, 3 minutes, nearing the 3-minute mark of the half. Duval, deep three, that one's short, off the iron. Rebound the other way for Grant County. Throws up a shot, that's a young man who realized there was contact, Daquan Harrison, and just threw it up there and got the foul.
That one, I believe, should be his third, if I'm not mistaken. It depends on who they called that other one on in the first quarter.
Well, he's coming out. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can get a picture of the scorebook at halftime. First free throw good. This one for the lead, no good. Front of the iron, gets his own rebound. That's a case where I don't think anybody really boxed out the shooter. Ham loses it, that's over and back. Yes, it is. No. That ball was touched by their man, number 11. Now the official's going to come talk to it. No, the ball was touched by Nathaniel Ham, number 11. His own man touched it.
That one looked pretty clean to me.
I agree. I know the Grant County fans, who there's quite a few here tonight, don't like that call, but I think he absolutely got that one right. And obviously, I teach here at Owen County, so you know who I'm rooting for, but I try to be as fair as I can be, and that one I thought was a good call.
We also don't have instant replay up here. There's another moving screen.
And there's the moving screen that I don't want to say that referees.
Do you want me to say it? I'll say it.
You can.
They're getting an earful over there, that's for sure.
22-22, a tight ball game. Owen County defensively has gotten a lot better here in the quarter. Grant County has cooled off. Harrison says, nobody going to come guard me? I'm going to knock that down. Nice play by the young man off the bench, a senior. 25-22. Good ball game here tonight on a cold Monday night, and that's going to be Cade Wagner with the push, and that's going to be his second and the third on the Braves. Inbound to Michael Smith. Minute 43 to go. Smith needs some help. Somebody's got to go to him, and Duval has it go through his hands. Harrison will wisely wait on some teammates. Braves lead it by 3. Owen County's outscored him in the quarter. 12-8. Backing down, nice block. Britton Stafford took it right out of the hands of Trent Blake. Off to Desarn, drives, kicks, Smith for 3. No, you can see that from here. And Tanner Holt commits the foul. And that will put Grant County on the line, because that's the 5th on the team. And I think that's the 1st on Tanner.
That's what I have.
Nathaniel Ham will go back to the line to shoot a couple. He's a 70% shooter on the year, 2 for 2 tonight. No, I thought it was going to sit there, didn't you?
Yes.
For just a second, I thought it was going to sit on the very back of the rim.
And it almost did.
It was very
it
close.
sat there for a long time.
That was, don't see that very often. 26-22, second one, no good. Rebound, Michael Smith. Rebels down 4, under a minute to go in the quarter, or excuse me, the half and the quarter. Duval, Stafford drives, kicks it out. Desarn got held. And a bump away from the ball. That's going to go on Blake. Trent Blake, and that will be the 4th team foul, and the 2nd, I think, on Blake. Is that what you have?
So far.
All right. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we're going to have some Special Olympics basketball. Oh, nice cut. Michael Smith lays it in. Michael Smith, I don't know how you lose him, but they did. He now has 4, and it's a 2-point game, under 30 to go.
One thing that we've seen Owen County do in this quarter is be more patient with the ball. We saw it there, too, almost using the entire 5 seconds to get it in, but it resulted in the wide open lane there and the 2-point basket.
26-24, down to 13 seconds. Driving to the basket, cut off was Hammonds. Now it's in the hand of Flamini with 4. Somebody's going to have to shoot. How is that not a travel? 3-pointer at the buzzer, no good, Nathaniel Ham. Wow. 26-24, we have reached halftime. Owen County trails Grant County by 2. We are going to keep it right here. We're going to turn our mics down, because what they're going to do here in a second is they're going to introduce each of the players on both sides of this Special Olympics game. So we will let you hear that. But Braden and I are going to count up some points and catch our breath. It is halftime, 26-24, Grant County.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to have our Grant County Jaguars come out and play again for us. Here we go, the Maroon team. Number 4, Amanda Bass. Number 12, Harmony Hall. Number 11, Toby Hall. Number 1, Michael Brown. Number 41, Jace Smith. And number 14, Jake Gorky. And now for the white team, number 4, Darlene Brown. Number 5, Phoenix Smith. Number 52, Cameron Carter. Number 51, Hallie Smith. Number 55, Tia Brown. And number 31, Ivy Smith. So they're going to scrimmage on January 31st. Owen County High School and Owen County Middle School will be hosting a Special Olympics tournament And so we want to showcase our Special Olympic athletes. And let's show them some love. Here we go. Let's play. Subs. Come on, subs. 1 minute remaining.
Tears on your pillow when you still stay. As you sit and pray, hoping the beatings will go away. It wasn't always a hit and run relationship. It used to be love, happiness, and companionship. Remember when I treated you good? I moved you up to the hills, out the ills of the ghetto hood. Me and you, a happy home when it was on. I had a lot to call my own. I should have seen you was trouble, but I was lost. Trap in your eyes, preoccupied with getting tossed. No need to lie, you had a man and I knew it. You told me, don't worry about it, we can do it. Now I'm under pressure, make a decision 'cause I'm waiting. When I'm alone, I'm on the phone, having secret conversations. I wanna take your misery, replace it with happiness, but I need your faith in.
Let's give it up for the Grant County Jaguars. And a reminder, the high school and the middle school will be hosting a Special Olympics basketball tournament. So if you'd like to come out, support the Grant County Jaguars, support our Owen County and Grant County Special Olympics, January 31st.
Back here at halftime, Floyd E. Gritton Gymnasium, Brian Blair, Braden Howard. Hope you enjoyed watching the Special Olympic young folks play. Always nice to give them an opportunity and let them soak in a little bit of the spotlight on a cold Monday night here in Owenton. Like taking a look at the scoring totals from this game. First of all, for Grant County, they were led by Nathaniel Ham, who had 9 points. So he did not have a field goal in the second quarter, but still leads the team with 9. Trent Blake has 6. Cade Wagner and Daquan Harrison both have 4. Mason Hammonds has 3. For Owen County, they were led by Harper Duvall with 10 points, Britton Stafford with 5, Michael Smith with 4, Wade Cook had 3, and Trip Allnut had 2. It was really a tale of two quarters, to be honest with you. I mean, Owen County got down in the first quarter early, kind of battled their way back, but really they controlled the pace and the tempo in the second quarter.
Yeah, they were able to speed it up on the offensive end and really slow it down on the defensive end there. Owen County came out strong, has got a lot of stops, and looking at the book here, Grant County only had 2 field goals in the second quarter. They had 4 points from free throws and 5 from a made 3 and a 2-point basket there. So really, looking at it, it's like both teams kind of just flipped how they played the second quarter.
Really. You're absolutely right. I never even thought of it that way, but that is a good way to look at it.
I mean, Owen County had 4 threes in the second. Grant had 4 in the first. I mean, it's a pretty even match, and the score tells it right now with Owen County only being down 2.
Well, I said in the pregame that of the last 8 matchups between these two teams, 3 have gone to overtime. So we'll see. Coming up on Wednesday morning, 10 a.m., down at the Sports Center in in Owensboro, the Owen County Lady Rebels will play their first round game in the All-A State Tournament. They will take on the Morgan County Lady Cougars. Owen County 10-4, Morgan County 9-5. The Lady Cougars are coached by Derek Young, and of course the Owen County Lady Rebels coached by Amy Wesselman. Just some info on Morgan County. They're in the 16th region, and they beat Raceland to advance to the state tournament. And there's a couple of players to watch if you're going down, and even if you're not, there are some opportunities to watch and or listen to the game. If you go to the All-A website, there is where you can watch the games. I believe it is a pay site, so just keep that in mind. And there's also a way, I believe, you can listen to it. But when I clicked on that this afternoon, it was a little different than it had been, so I'm not sure how that works. But a couple of players to watch out for Morgan County. They're led by a junior, Lily Littoral, 15 points a game, 7.5 rebounds. Their second leading scorer is a senior named Emma Klinger. She averages 14 and a half points, 2.5 points a game. And, you know, and you've been to the All-A State Tournament many times, and it's one of those things, really. It's kind of who can get adjusted, sometimes the quicker. You're going down there, as far as I know, I don't know that they get any kind of shoot around. I mean, the first time they walk onto the floor is the first time they've seen it. You know, so by the time you get the pregame jitters out of the way and kind of get settled into the arena and the background and the lighting and all that, sometimes it is the first team that can kind of manage all of that. But these two teams are pretty evenly matched when you look at the numbers. And I know Coach Wesselman, and I don't think she was just saying it, you know, I think she really believes that they're pretty evenly matched and that the girls have a real shot to go down there and get a dub.
It's such a great tournament that they put on too. You know, I remember it best when it was in Frankfurt.
Yeah.
In the arena that no longer exists. You know,
That's crazy.
It's right across the road from my work, and occasionally if I go on a walk on my break or something, I look out and it's just an open field.
Yeah.
It's weird. Because I remember, you know, watching the Carson Williams teams there 3 or 4 years in a row, and it just being such an awesome experience. It feels more like an arena because it does go, the seating goes all the way around.
Well, and the Sports Center will do that. It's similar to that.
But of course, you know that my favorite memories of the All-A tournament were down in Richmond.
Yes.
in 2022.
That banner hanging up there.
Yes, the banner shows proof of that, and it gives us small schools a chance to actually, you know, enjoy a tournament and win a state title. Yes, it's not the Sweet 16 at Rupp Arena, but it's still a big deal.
It's a state title. No matter how you say it, it's a state title.
It's a state title, and I've been lucky enough to be able to play in it from the golf side. I mean, they announce your name on the first tee box and where you're from, and it's pretty incredible experience.
So that is Wednesday. Now remember, assuming, guys, we do have school tomorrow, it is going to be cold, so wear your long johns to the bus stop. But we will have school tomorrow. Wednesday, there will be no school in Owen County for the tournament. Somebody needs to tell the officials it's time to get out here. They're just now coming out. If the girls win on Wednesday, there will be no school in Owen County Thursday or Friday as well. So
Even
I know
more
a lot of
reason
people
to pull for an Owen County dub.
I was going to say, I know a lot of people are going to be pulling. And then I tell you what, if you've looked at some of the model forecasts for next weekend, oh my. Now, they're all models, and I know all that can change, but I really don't hope some of that comes because it's going to get cold and a lot of snow. But we shall see. We also shall see who's going to win this one as we have 16 minutes to go, and it's a 2-point Grant County lead. Also going on right now, we have the NCAA National Championship game for football. Indiana taking on Miami. And the last I checked, there was no score middle of the first quarter. Indiana trying to become the first team since 1894. I could give you 100 guesses of who that team was, and I don't know that you'd get it.
Indiana's on the board, 3-0.
There you go. So they are trying to become the first team since 1894 to go 16-0.
And Miami's currently first and 10 on.
Oh, we're going to foul right away as Britton Stafford is going to get called. Now,
Indiana actually has it first and 10 on their own 27 now. So I'm expecting the Kurt Signetti to just take off at any moment.
I tell you what, if you've been in a coma for the last 15 years and you woke up today and saw Indiana playing for the national championship in football, you are not dreaming. It is real.
Could you say for like the last 100 years? I mean,
Nathaniel Ham makes the first of two. You've got a team in Miami who's never been in this spot before, or excuse me, a team in Indiana who's never been in this spot before, and a team in Miami who back in the 80s and 90s, they were right there every year. So,
who was the foul on there?
Britton Stafford. 4-point lead for Grant County as Stafford makes the move, now drops it off. Bizarre thought about it. Michael Smith, spin move in the lane, left hand good. He is so good at that move. So quick with that first step. And it's 28-26. But Indiana trying to become the first team since 1894 to go 16-0. And as I said, I could probably give you 50 guesses and you never guess who that team was. I wouldn't have. The Yale Bulldogs.
I think I actually remember seeing that a couple weeks ago.
A lot of tough defense, but Harper Duval is going to get called for the foul. And he is giving the little mock because he didn't think he was fouling. And you'll see a lot of players do that where they'll jerk their head back and try to draw a foul, but Harper was into him. Baldazar knocks it out of bounds. Now, I did find this interesting. One more thing about the football game. Yale in 1894, but they didn't play. I read an article today on ESPN.com. They did not play all other colleges. They played some like club teams. So in a way, it doesn't really count. But I mean, they did go 16-0.
Can we say the same thing about all those basketball championships that UK has from the 40s? Because it's no different.
Oh, here we go. Corner three, Blake. Short rebound, Stafford. Rebels trying to tie it up or take the lead. That hurt a little.
To be fair, you set it up on the tee and dared me to hit it.
I did. You know, you think about a lot of those championships. I mean, they're only Duval another three. You know, you don't having 68 teams in a tournament now. It does change the way we look at a lot of things, to be honest with you. But regardless, an incredible season for the Hoosiers. Three ball answered on the other end by Grant County, Mason Hammonds. So he puts Grant County back on top, 31-29. Tell you what, I would expect this game to stay this way the rest of the contest. I mean, again, these two teams on paper, very similar, and Michael Smith fortunate to get that one back. Kicks it back out. Good defense down there by Nathaniel Ham. Stafford drives, right-hand layup, good. Nice take by the junior right there, and it's tied at 31 each. 5 minutes to go in the third. And a turn, no. Tanner Holt, unfortunately for Owen County, touched that ball because the Grant County player cut the other way, and Holt just instinctively stuck his hand out there and hit it out of bounds, or that would have been a turnover.
Yeah, good defensive move there. He's wanting to break up the play, and in a sense it did. It could have gone the other way.
Camden Riley with the basketball at the point. Ooh, tough pass to Zarn, almost had it. Riley will let one fly. The lefty no good, and the rebound, Michael Smith. 31 apiece. Duval, Stafford, three, good, and he's fouled. Britton Stafford turns around with a little message for the student section, but he has a chance for the 4-point play. The old-fashioned 4-point play.
I was waiting on it.
The foul is on Riley, his third. And he knocks it down. And a timeout, 32nd timeout taken, and Owen County leads it 35-31. Some other action going on tonight, boys-wise. Brossart is at Gallatin County. Brossart just lost the 10th Region All-A Championship game over the weekend. Tomorrow night, Collins will be at Henry County. and Fort Knox will be at Eminence. Girls action tonight, Eminence is at Frankfort. Tomorrow night, Carroll County is at Louisville Collegiate. Got that good music going again tonight. She's got eyes that are blue as skies. Sorry.
She's not paying attention.
She's not. I was singing, you just missed it. 35-31. Owen County by 4. Now, I was told the other day that that's TJ's playlist. So when when Jesse Cook is down there playing the music between timeouts, that is TJ's music. So TJ has some good taste. That's all I'm going to say. Driving in, throwing it up is good, and a foul, as that's going to be Nathaniel Ham with his first field goal since the since the first quarter.
That was on Connor Dezarn there.
I'll have him for 3. The scoreboard says he has 5.
Yeah, that's
Nathaniel Ham at the line. He's 3 of 4 tonight, a 70% shooter. Nope. Oh, big rebound by Cade Wagner. He just ripped that one down. And driving in and putting it up and in is Mason Hammond. So there's a 4-point play the old-fashioned way again for Grant County, and we are tied. 35 each, 3:45 to go in the third. Wade Cook with the basketball. Here's the Zarn over to Smith. Still that man-to-man defense by the Braves. The Zarn thought about it twice. Now over to Michael Smith. Now DeZarn will let it go. That one rolls out of there. Rebound Grant. Here comes Riley. He's going strong at the rim, and he scores. Nice move, showing no fear that time as he took it right at Michael Smith. Helps that you're left-handed, but still, that was a nice move. Smith spinning, and he got fouled.
Called that one on the floor there.
I think they got Hammonds. Second on Hammonds. Just the second team foul on the Braves here in this third quarter. Allnut going to check back in for Tanner Holt. And Stafford came back in for DeZarn. Inbound, Cook thought about it, drives baseline, cut off, and Harper Duval stepped out of bounds. Boys in action Friday night. They're going to be at Augusta. You have a chance to go check that one out. The gym at Augusta is one of the oldest in the state. It's over 100 years old, I believe, and it's pretty cool. Here's a 3 off the back iron, no good from Hammonds. Rebound, Owen County. Good look. Just hit the back iron. And an offensive foul. Who'd they get?
Trip on it with the moving screen there.
I think I've seen more of those called tonight than I've seen all year. That's about, what, the third or fourth one we've seen?
They didn't call any Saturday in the 2 games that I watched. And they really don't call it a lot. It's same with the over the back.
There's a steal. Michael Smith gets bumped, spins, and he's fouled. That's going to be Ham's second, and Smith is going to go to the line to shoot 2. That was close. I know the Grant County fans don't like it, but I thought he got him. Michael Smith, however, just a 52% free throw shooter on the season. And he knocks that one down calmly. 2:10 to go, 37-36. Good ball game tonight here at the Grit. And he makes both. Those two do not look like a 52% shooter. Those are pretty good looking free throws. And there's a near turnover. I thought Owen was going to come away with it right down in front of us. Wagner, and an offensive foul. Whew. There's a lot of contact. No, wait, he called it on Michael Smith.
He pointed, yeah.
He did point toward Owen County.
I think that's the right
I
call.
do too.
Now, there could have been a couple moving screens right before that initiated that contact, but in the instance there, I think that's the right call.
And it's the 5th on Owen County, so it's going to put Riley at the line for 2. When he's pleading his case, Michael Smith should go to law school, because seriously, he talks to the officials and asks questions. Either that or he's going to become an official. Free throw good, on it checks out. Desarn back in. Second one good. He has 4 now, the freshman Riley does, and it's 39-37. 1:45 left in the third. They've all been quiet here in the third. Here's a 3 from Stafford, no good. That looked good on the way. Hammonds, baseline, Cook fouled him. And I think that's the 4th. You have 4 on him?
Yes.
Yep.
That's what I had. I just wanted to make sure.
And that's going to put Hammonds at the line. He's a 56% shooter. As a team, Grant County shoots 63%. Good. Hammonds now has 9. This would put him in double figures, and it would give the Braves a 4-point lead if he can knock it down. No good. Rebound and a foul on Hammonds. And his coach looks at him and says, why? Which is a good question, because that's a foul a long way from the basket, and that's Hammonds' 3rd. (40-37). Owen County down by 3 with the ball. Smith tries to face up. Desarn for the tie. No. Rebound. Daquan Harrison. And into the hand. Oh, nice pass to Wagner. He lets Michael Smith go flying by, and he lays it in for his 6th point, and it's a 5-point game. Smith cuts, spins, thought he might have double dribbled anyway. Harrison comes out of there with it. Daquan driving, it puts some contact into Duvall, and then a foul. Wonder who they got on this one.
I think it's going to be Michael Smith.
Yes, it is, and that's his 2nd.
The ref did it backwards.
They do that all the time. I'm never quite, I guess, do they do it so that the score, it looks right to the scorer?
It needs to look backwards to you as
Yes.
the referee.
Free throw good by Nathaniel Ham. 30.5 seconds. No good on the second. Owen County a chance to take the last shot, down by 6. This is the biggest lead anybody's had in a while. Owen County led by 4, 35-31. But since then, it's a 12-2 run for Grant. Down to 8 seconds. 6. Trying to free Duval, can't. Smith with 2. Leans in, puts it up, no good. That'll take us to the end of the third quarter with Owen County trailing 43-37. Eight minutes to go in this one. We always try to give you a little update on what's going on around college basketball. Not a lot today with the national championship going on tonight in college football, but I thought it was interesting today that George Washington was playing George Mason. Would love to be doing play-by-play for that, wouldn't you?
Well,
George,
it's like the Louisville Cardinals versus the Stanford Cardinal.
Cardinal, exactly.
And then it's West Coast, so it makes it even more weird.
George Washington, of course, the first president of the United States. George Mason, credited for writing the Virginia Declaration of Independence, or I should say, I take that back, the Virginia Constitution. But George Mason, ironically enough, declined to sign the Constitution when it was made. And he's playing against George Washington. I bet there's hard feelings about that. Still
3-0 Indiana, 9 minutes left in the first half.
See if people don't get that other places. Maybe they're happier for it. I don't know. NCAA men's basketball poll came out today. Number 1, Arizona. Number 2, UConn. Louisville drops 3 spots to number 23. But the story of the year in college basketball, at least locally, how about the Miami Redhawks? 19-0, ranked 25th in the country. Travis Steele doing a heck of a job. The Miami Redhawks are ranked, and the Kentucky Wildcats are not. So are 24 other teams.
It's so weird seeing this region of the NCAA. Like, you got Louisville, Kentucky, Indiana, Cincinnati.
Stafford waits, patient, misses.
Just not being what it used to be.
Well, Indiana's a football school. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Indiana's become a football school. Driving in the lane, shot off the window and good by Nathaniel Hamm, and I think Stafford fouled him. No, I think they got disarmed.
He did it backwards.
That's
again.
his 6th, as they have on the scoreboard now. That is his 4th. Free throw good. Now, if you're Owen County, one of the things you cannot let happen is you cannot let this lead get into the double digits category. It's tedious at best right now, 46-37. You feel like all the momentum is on the side of the team wearing blue. Owen County needs a basket in the worst way right here, about a minute into the quarter. Duval thought about it, he will, and he missed it. Rebound, Wagner for Grant County. Kind of surprised he came down the court as quick as he did. Now I see why. As it's up and in by Daquan Harrison. This young man off the bench playing well tonight. He now has 6, and it's an 11-point lead just like that. Remember, Owen County led at 35-31, and they have been outscored 17-4 now as Stafford makes the bucket and a timeout. AP women's poll out today. UConn number 1, South Carolina number 2. How about UConn having the number 1 team in women and the number 2 team in men's? Louisville is up a spot to number 9. They are 18-3. Kentucky, after their loss yesterday to Mississippi State, they're down 4 spots. They are 17-3. They are now ranked 11th in the country.
Louisville women's are playing really good right now. Their 3 losses they've had very well could have went the other way. I mean, the South Carolina, I think, sounds right. It went right down to the last second. They had a bad quarter against Kentucky, but otherwise led most of the game there. And then UConn as their only other loss.
Well,
they played good in all three of those games. They had a good win yesterday in overtime against NC State,
I saw that, yeah.
but went on the road to Notre Dame earlier in the week and beat them pretty handily, which they're not great this year, but they're still a really good team, ranked in the top 25.
I think they're playing UConn tonight, Notre Dame is. 48-39. How about the job, though, Jeff Walls, the Highlands product. His sister, I believe, is still the all-time leading scorer in Northern Kentucky in the 9th region, Jamie Walls.
I think she's still the girls' coach, if I'm not mistaken.
She is. Jamie Ritchie. That's a heck of a family in Northern Kentucky. Back to action. Grant leads by 9. Owen County's got to get some stops. Tough defense by Desarn. Ball deflected. And a foul. I'm not sure if they got Desarn or Smith. Trent Blake made a strong move, and that's Desarn, and he is gone. That is his 5th. So he fouls out with no points on the night. But now, I guess you'll go with Alnett. And I should have asked this before the game, and I did not. But you know what? I'm looking over there on the bench, and I wonder if he's sick because I haven't seen him. Is Bryson Tyree?
I would assume so. The bench is not looking very deep right now. It didn't to start the game, and now even so.
Well, I just kind of assumed he was there. I realized he hadn't been in the game, but when I looked down there, I don't even see him at all. So I apologize. I should have done my work before the game because I don't even see him down there. So maybe dealing with, I know tonight's game brought to you by Boot Country because half of the guys, it seems like, down there are wearing ankle boots. There's 3 of them.
I was picking on them before the game. They need to switch foots, at least one of them.
Switch feet or foots?
Foots.
Second free throw good, 50-39.
One of them's got a good left foot, and the other one's got a good right foot. If they just switch to where one person wears 2 boots one day, give the other person the good foot.
You need to go to the good foot store. Here's Michael Smith, and he gets fouled. That's a little.
But it was on the ground?
Yeah, that was a little, I'm going to be honest, that was a little ticky-tack in my opinion. Let's see who they got on that. That was on Nathaniel Ham. He's going to check out. Hammond's going to check back in. 11-point game, 5:54 to go in the ball game. Inbound to Stafford. Rebels need to get something going. They've lost a little bit of that mojo we talked about. Pass deflected, and it is on the floor, jump ball. That was quick hands. I'm not quite sure who deflected the pass, but it deflected right off the face of Camden Riley.
I think it was Daquan Harrison there that had that deflection.
He is playing. He won't show up a lot in the stat sheet necessarily. He has 6 points, but he has done a lot of things really nice tonight for this team. Driving, blocked, and it will go to Owen County as its last touch by Hammonds. Good defense by Tanner Holt. Wade Cook with the basketball. Pass knocked up in the air, and it's stolen. Here comes Daquan Harrison again. Driving all the way in, throws it up, no good. That was not maybe the smartest idea. Now it's a 4-on-2. Duval puts it in, left hand. That's his first basket since an early 3 in the third quarter. 50-41 and a timeout taken by Grant. or ask on here, who do we have in the Miami-Indiana game? I do not make picks anymore. That was my New Year's resolution because I made 4 picks on the quarterfinal round, and I missed all 4 of them, and they weren't even close. So I vowed that I'm not going to make any picks. I will give you, whatever analysis I can, but I am not making picks anymore.
Right now, Indiana is 3rd and goal on Miami 1, still leading 3-0. To me, I think it's really hard not to pick Indiana for the storyline, for just how they've dominated in the college football playoffs. I mean, Louisville beat Miami. I'm a Louisville fan. Louisville, as a football team, did whatever they felt like.
You're the de facto national champs. That's what my Louisville friend said in Northern Kentucky.
Basically. I mean,
the one thing about it is, I heard this afternoon, of course, Hard Rock Stadium, the home field of the Miami Hurricanes, they were actually in the visiting team locker room this week because they're the visiting team on the scoreboard. So the Miami Hurricanes, playing on their home field, got dressed in the visiting team locker room. Did you see ticket prices for that game? It rivaled Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's
$5,000.
Well, the Oregon game,
Woo!
when Indiana played Oregon, there was no green in the stadium at all. It was all red.
Shoo. Wade Cook up top trying to guard Riley. Good job on him. 8th grader against freshman right there. It's a matchup we'll see for a few years. Well, 4 actually. That's pretty easy math unless Camden Riley gets into the transfer portal of this is high school, but you never know. They got NIL in some states. Blake, pump fake, up, no good, and that's a foul on Wagner, isn't it? Or are they going to get Holt?
I think they're going to get Holt here.
Was he holding? I heard today that Miami students, Miami, Florida student, someone bought their daughter a ticket and was going to the game, paid like, I don't know what it was, like $50 face value. I mean, it wasn't much. They're not allowed to sell them. So you can transfer your ticket to another student account, but if you tried to sell it to someone who's not a Miami student, you couldn't do it. Which I kind of liked in a way because it makes it easier for students to go to the game. That was the 4th on Britton. Actually, they have 3 on Britton Stafford. I had them with 4.
And maybe that one of
Dazarn,
7 fouls that they had for him was actually for Britton.
Rebels have committed 4 in the quarter. They might start thinking about fouling here at some point, down 9 as we get down to nearly the 3.5-minute mark. Rebels extending the defense. Blake up and no, and the ball comes down to Duvall. Big trip here for the Rebels. Duvall 3, falling away short. Would have been a big basket had it gone. Now the Rebels going to have to scramble on D. Oh, well, went through the hands of Harper Duvall, and I thought it was close to going off the hands of Hammonds.
Almost like the refs were kind of indecisive there. They didn't.
Coach Duvall did not react. He was not upset. There's an inbound. Wagner, good. I thought he got fouled too, but no call. It's 52-41. Rebels down by 11. These two teams will meet again in February.
The back door
Duvall, no. Rebound comes down. It's loose on the floor, and timeout. Allnut landed on the ball and called timeout. So a heads-up play. I was trying to look. I wrote it down when these two teams will play again, but they will play again February 12th in Dry Ridge. You know, I'm going to share this because people know me. I like a lot of just stupid trivia, stupid facts. But I really do want to know. I really do want to know.
Indiana just scored.
Touchdown?
10-0.
I read this today. that in 1975, there was an actual UFO sighting over Williamstown Lake. I want to know more about that. I typed in, I Google searched Grant County, Kentucky trivia, and it pulled this up. It says all the things, landmarks, but it said in 1975 there was an actual UFO sighting over Williamstown Lake. If anybody knows anything about that, I want to know.
What's the definition of UFO?
Well, it's an unidentified flying object.
I get that, but somebody could throw a baseball high enough in the air and somebody next door say, oh, what is that? Oh, it's a baseball, obviously, but they don't know what it is.
Well, it showed up on a Grant County trivia, and I want to know. I'm not that I'm all about the paranormal and all that kind of thing, because I'm not, but I want to know about the UFO over Williamstown Lake. If anybody knows, let me know. I'd love to know more about it. Here's Michael Smith driving in, no good, and Wagner, that was close. And then Michael Smith flipped the ball at Wagner, and I think the official's going to go warn him. Michael Smith frustrated, rightfully so. It has not been one of his better nights. Rebounding-wise, he's still had quite a few rebounds, but he only has 8 points on the night.
Who's the foul on?
Foul's on Wagner. And Smith misses the first. I mean, he did flip the ball at him. I mean, second free throw good. 52-42. Rebels need to come up with some loose balls, some steals. Pass in the lane. Hammond's good. Right over Michael Smith. Tell you what, this rivalry still has some juice. And there's a hold as Hammonds is going to get called away from the ball for holding Duval, but that's just the second team foul on Grant. Third, excuse me. So they can be afford to be a little bit aggressive here. Inbound Duval, Smith. Up top, Stafford three, nope. Rebound, Hammonds. Clock ticking down and a foul, or timeout, thank you. Somebody on the comments just said, I think a spaceship is buried in Elmer Davis Lake.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Could be, you never know.
Maybe it was going down over Williamstown Lake.
Maybe.
It crashed in Elmer Davis.
Maybe it crashed in Elmer Davis Lake. 54-42. I tell you what. Grant County is 63% free throw shooting team on the year. And I think for Owen County, honestly, at this point, you're going to have to hope for either a quick steal or you're going to try to extend this game, I would imagine, by fouling. And, I mean, when you look down the list, Mason Hammonds is just a 56% shooter. Daquan Harrison shoots 50%, but he's only shot 4 free throws all year. So, I mean, you don't know how accurate that really is.
Well, and there's really not too many players on Owen County that can actually commit the foul.
True, that's a good point too.
You've got one of them on the bench already with 5. 2 of them have 4 out there right now. But it's also automatically the double bonus now at this point too, so there's not as much pressure as the 1-and-1. You don't have to worry about missing the front end.
Baseball pass, Michael Smith intercepts it. Into the lane, spinning, no good. Wow, Owen County with the perfect opportunity to get this back to 10, and then Michael Smith trying to go for the ball, just runs right into Harrison, and Michael Smith now I have him for 3.
I've got him for 4, but we'll see. His third, I don't know, who knows.
So Harrison's going to go to the line. I said he's just 2 of 4 on the season. of the few seniors on this team. There's only 3. Harrison makes that one. Grant County, and when you look down at your scorebook there, you're going to notice they've been to the free throw line a lot tonight. I mean, it is a pretty big discrepancy. Second one good. I know they've been aggressive about going to the basket and getting it in the lane. Thought Duvall was getting held, no call. Here's Duvall. He's got a 3, airborne and good, and a timeout, Owen County. It's his 4th 3 of the night. You know what? You look at this Grant County team right now, though, and you try to pick out a guy who would be their star of the game tonight, and it's as it's been all year with them. Looking at their stat, it's pretty balanced. I mean, you've got Nathaniel Ham who's having a good game. Mason Hammond's having a good game. Again, Daquan Harrison having a nice game tonight. This team, part of the reason why they're having a decent year is they've got several guys that can hurt you. There's not one guy you have to say, we have to stop him.
I'm looking at it here. There was something. Oh, Riley. He didn't score in the first half at all. Had a layup and 2 free throws in the third quarter, but he's been like the facilitating point guard of this team.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact number, but he's got to have a few assists on some of these baskets here tonight. Having something like that out there can help a team like Grant County, especially when they have all of these players that can score on any given night.
Yeah, you look at the district they're in. I mean, you've got them, Williamstown, Simon Kenton, and Walton. And it's a tough district. But this is a good basketball team. Pretty well coached. Pretty fundamentally sound. Blake drives in, missed it, but Wagner gets the rebound. He misses. Blake gets it back, and I thought he got fouled, and Michael Smith comes out of there. Rebels still have a little bit of hope. Smith fouled.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. To me, it looked like he walked.
I would agree from up here. And that's going to go on Hammonds. That's his 5th, so he will foul out with 11 points by my count. Michael Smith, one thing he does, and I can't remember what game it was. It might have been the Henry County game when they played in here. He's so quick with the spinning that it looks like he walks. It might was the Shelby County game. And their coach just the whole night was like, he traveled. And he is so quick and moves in all different ways when he's down there under the basket. But that time I thought he did. He makes 1 of 2 with 1:10. Wagner throws it up and gets fouled. Free throw good. (57-46). 11-point lead, 67 seconds left. I did not do that on purpose, I promise. Second free throw good. I didn't think about it till after I'd said it. 58-46. 12-point lead for the Braves. Down to a minute. Duvall trying to get free from Harrison. Harrison playing good D. Stafford to Smith. And a foul on the floor.
They got a reach in there.
I think they got Ham. That's going to put Michael Smith back at the line. 4 of 6 on the night. Riley back in for the Grant County. Harrison back out. Smith good on the second one. (58-47). Quickly Grant the other way. Double teamed. Allnet reaches in and fouls. No, sorry, timeout.
Probably was a foul.
We will not be back on the air here until Monday night, next Monday night, weather permitting, as Owen County will welcome in Eminence to Floyd E. Gritton Gymnasium. Girls in action Wednesday against Morgan County, first round of the All-A State Tournament. They are headed down tomorrow. After school, during school, they may leave right before school is out, but good luck to them. If you're traveling down that way, be careful as always, and don't forget, that's Central Time.
Yes, it is Central Time.
So do not forget that as you're making your plans. If you're down there, check out Moonlight Barbecue. I believe they have lamb. That's one of their specialties.
Yes, I think they did last time I ate there twice in one day. It was kind of an extended circumstance there, though.
40 seconds to go. Inbound coming into the corner. You'd think the Rebels would foul. And they are yelling to foul. And Duvall fouled, and the basket counts. I believe he fouled him before the shot went up. I thought. Basket good by Blake.
Well, regardless, he gets two. It's double, whether it was shooting or not.
Free throw, no
But
good.
I guess the basket.
So the basket counted, and there's a foul, and I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Brett Jones is looking at his guy, Braden Beach, and he's like, why in the world would you do that? So Michael Smith will go back to the line. One of the Grant County coaches with his head in his hand. Actually, that is Brett Jones. Free throw good. I think somebody forgot to tell Beach that they're the team that was up by 13. Michael Smith, there's news, he made both. 60-49. Rebels need turnovers.
So we've had a malfunction on the sound.
Now the clock, some folks are saying the clock was moving.
Yeah, the clock did run off a couple extra seconds.
Now they waited a couple seconds to start it to make up for it.
We've got Hall of Fame clock keeper
And
Dave Stowe.
Trip Allnet commits the foul, or they get cooked. They got Allnet. Allnet was trying to foul him for a while. And that's going to put Nathaniel Ham at the free throw line. 14.9. Free throw, no good. Taquan Harrison back in, Riley back out. Second one, got it. Michael Smith drives in, tries to find contact, and a foul. Just after coach said don't foul, Wagner commits a foul, and Michael Smith will go back to the free throw line with 6.4 to go. Michael Smith, this will be his 9th and 10th free throw of the night. makes the first. Owen County's going to fall to 7 and 8. Grant County's going to improve to 11 and 8. And again, these two teams will meet again February 12th in Dry Ridge. Rebound, Michael Smith gets his own, gets it back, 5, throws it up, no good, and Grant County will just run it out. And that'll do it. Grant County wins it 61 to 51 tonight over Owen County. We'll take a minute and add up the scores, and we'll let you know what those are. Taking a look at the scoring totals. First of all, for the victorious Grant County Braves, they were led tonight by Nathaniel Ham, who had 18 points. Mason Hammonds finished the night with 11 points. Cade Wagner with 10. Daquan Harrison came off the bench with 8, and Camden Riley had 4. For Owen County, they were led tonight by Harper Duvall. He had 18 points. Michael Smith finishes the game with 14 points as he made a ton of free throws there in the second half. Britton Stafford with 13. Wade Cook had 3, and Trip Allnut had 2. It was one of those games, Braden, where going into the fourth quarter, it was pretty even, and then Grant County just pulled away and held on to it. I mean, they never really gave Owen County a chance. Owen County had a couple opportunities on a couple of trips to make a basket, maybe to get it back to 6 or 7, but they were not able to do so. And Grant County comes in here tonight like they did last year, and they leave with a road 8th region victory, and that's a pretty big deal. Those aren't easy to come by.
Well, and like you mentioned there, it was close for 3/4 of the game. Grant County really picked up that defensive intensity there, forced a lot of turnovers, drew a lot of fouls, and ultimately made a couple of those extra shots too that you weren't kind of let your guard down on the defensive end. So good game all around. It went about how we expected it to, a dogfight. Grant County ran away with it at the end, but nonetheless, it's an early 8th region matchup game. Still early in January. Still lots of time for Owen County to build off of it.
61-51 your final score. Rebels, as I said, in action Friday night on the road as they will be at Augusta. And as I mentioned, if you have not ever been to Augusta down there in Bracken County, not too far from Maysville, very historic gym. It's over 100 years old. It's one of the oldest gyms still in use in the state of Kentucky. I would encourage you to go. Obviously, watch and support the boys, but it's a neat place down there near the river in Augusta. Boys will next be home next Monday night as they host Eminence in a 31st district contest. And of course, the big game, hopefully games this week, will take place down in Owensboro as your 8th region All-A champ Owen County Lady Rebels will hit the road tomorrow afternoon and make the trek to Owensboro, where they will play Morgan County Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Of course, again, if you are not able to tune in and listen to that, you can check it out on the All-A website. You can check it out, and you can either watch or listen. I believe, again, it's a pay site, but you have the opportunity to do that if you are unable to do so. I want to take a quick moment, thank our corporate sponsors for tonight and all the nights, as I will run those down for you. Adidas, Amigo, Ascraft Realty, Bluegrass Care Navigators, Bourne Law Office, Broadlink, Bush Realty, CCU, Call Family Pharmacy, Double B Dumpsters, Eads Logging, Elk Creek Hunt Club, Family Billiards Pool Hall, German American, Golden Triangle Realty, Golden Triangle Roofing, Graphics for Athletics, H&W Dukes, Hudnall's Auto Sales, IGA, Kelly Brothers, Kentucky Farm Bureau, Kentucky State Target Association, K&K Timbers, Kentucky Tumble, McDonald's, NAS, National Guard, Owen Electric, Owenton Healthcare, Owen Pawn and General Store, Perry Logistics, Snappy, Southern States, State Farm, Texas S Bow Hunting Ranch, and Young's Screen Printing. Braden, you headed down Wednesday? Or you got to work?
No, I've got to work.
No.
It's a 4-day work week. I figured I better do it.
All right.
You don't get those too often. You got to take advantage of them.
Absolutely. I will try. Where the plan is to pop the girls in the car and head down to Owensboro and watch the girls. But if you are headed down there, look forward to seeing you down there and have a safe trip. That's going to do it for us tonight. Grant County beats Owen County 61-51. For my partner Braden Howard, I'm Brian Blair saying good night from Owenton.